You are listening to Random Gameplay Pimpin'.
What is going down? What is going down? It is your boy, Studio MacGyver, and you are listening to Random Gameplay Pimpin'. Welcome to the show, guys. If you're new to the podcast, welcome to the show. This is episode number 322. If you love anime, if you love nerd culture, and especially if you're into video games, then you've come to the right place because we talk about all of that shit here. And I got a few things to discuss with you guys. I had a crazy week. Nothing ever goes the way you plan it. And I'm sure we all can relate to that. But I got some Final Fantasy 16. I got some Mortal Kombat. I got some RPGs to talk about. A little bit of some Anime Expo. Some Division 2, believe it or not. All of these things I'm going to get down to in this show. So I guess I want to go ahead and start off, guys, with Final Fantasy 16. You may be wondering, have you beat the game yet? What's going on with that? And I'm here to tell you guys, you got one more week, okay? One more week to get in your gameplay. Hopefully you can finish the game because this podcast is not going to be the Final Fantasy spoiler podcast. I did tell you guys it was going to be either 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, and the reason why that is because I have not finished the game yet. I thought I was close the last time I played it, guys. I really did. And then when I did what I thought I did, I'm not going to spoil anything. Like I said before, it basically opened up more shit. Okay. I knocked out all the side quests. I think I had every side quest done except for one. And for whatever reason, that side quest was locked on me. I think I may have progressed too far in the game to go back there. I don't know, but it was just saying it was locked. So yeah, I was caught up. I thought, I was done. And then no, I wasn't. Okay. I ended up, I think I have like 13, 14 more quests just recently, just newly opened. So I was like, I'm not going to rush this. I didn't want to just rush through it all for the show or anything like that. I definitely told you guys I wanted to take my time with this game, and that is exactly what I'm doing. Okay. I'm combing through every side quest. I'm exploring everything. And like I said, I am loving the game up to this point, guys. One of my favorite action RPGs. It's just a great experience, guys. A lot of people I've been hearing on the internet, talking shit, or some people saying that, it's so far away from what Final Fantasy was originated, how it came to be, and all these type of things. And RPGs have progressed in different ways, more ways than one. And Final Fantasy is not the culprit there. There's plenty of RPGs in the history, if you go back and look where things have been and where things are now. And I think that is what makes these type of games beautiful, in my opinion. Nothing should always stay the same. Things should definitely be changed up and modernized in certain aspects. And I think this is one of those games where they did just that. And I'm just happy to announce that it's everything I thought it was going to be, and then some. Okay. But I did get put in another headlock. With another game, and I'll talk about that a little bit later down the line. It's an oldie but goodie, and it's something that a tactical shooter fan even with some RPG elements in there, should definitely take a gander at if, you're curious, if you've never played the series before and all that, and I'll talk about all that. But anyway, I want to talk about some Mortal Kombat real quick because we got a new gameplay trailer, guys, and it looks fucking phenomenal. One of my favorite characters in all of fucking Mortal Kombat is in this, and he's making an appearance, and I'm so glad, and that is Smoke. Smoke was pretty much my favorite character in the Mortal Kombat universe. The only one that comes close to that is Scorpion, and Scorpion is actually looking pretty goddamn good as well. They gave him some new moves. They gave him some dope shit, man. I love the way that they're changing this up. They're changing a lot of characters up a lot, not completely, but they're definitely doing some overhauls on certain characters, man. And one in particular, okay, is Rain. I think Rain is going to be a favorite amongst a lot of players coming to this Mortal Kombat 1 game. He looks fucking awesome. His abilities look sick. He's more so now like a wizard per se than he used to be. And if you notice the history of Mortal Kombat, how Rain, Smoke, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, all those ninjas, they were typically the same with just a few different moves. Okay, that's how it started, and now I'm glad to see that they're kind of got their own zone now. They're actually different characters. They're not the same at all, and they did that with Street Fighter with Ryu and Ken as well. If you guys, I talked about this before, how Ryu and Ken used to be carbon copies except slight differences, okay? And now they're completely different characters. They do not play the same at all, and that's the beauty of it. They have grown so long and so much over the years. It's just beautiful, and you can see it now, especially in this Mortal Kombat series here, man. This is definitely going to be a great game, and I can't wait to play this one too. Like I said, fighting game fanatic. Even though I haven't played any Street Fighter, guys, in a while, which is crazy, right? It's crazy because these games, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, what's going on in this time frame, but these games. I've been playing the shit out of 2K, WWE 2K23. I've been playing Nintendo Switch, River City Girls, quick River City Girls story. My son beat the game in my face. Okay, we were playing it. We took a long hiatus from it. We came back to it, and we got towards the end. We were like 10%, but 90% done with the game. Okay. And he calls me, I'm out, and he calls me and tells me, "Hey, Dad, I just beat another boss, and it was a helicopter." And I said, "Yo, what are you doing? We're supposed to play this together, beat this together like we did the first game." And he was like, "I'm sorry, I just got bored or whatever." And I was like, wow, okay. So I get home, I go into his room, I sit down, and he's literally fighting the end boss right there and beats it, and then the credits roll. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he pretty much beat that. So River City Girls 2 is done. He beat it. It's over. And now we're waiting for that next game. And remember, guys, last week when I was talking about how I was talking about River City in general, how I love the series and how I was trying to get River City Underground for PC. Well, there was an announcement made just recently. So October, we have a new River City game coming out for the Switch and all platforms pretty much. And this one's it's got Underground, I guess, vibes to it. And I want to say even more than that. It looks awesome. And now, I feel good. It's just, I don't know, the video game gods are really kissing me on my forehead every night before I go to sleep and granting me with beautiful gifts. And this is another one of those. So this one comes out October. I can't remember the exact date, but I can't wait for this. I'm definitely going to get that for the Switch. Another beat 'em up for the Switch. Another win. There we go. So yeah, man, just a beautiful thing. Thought I'd add that in there real quick, sneak that in there real quick for you guys. But yeah, that's what's been happening over here at the crib. Mortal Kombat 1 looks amazing though, guys. They showed also some stuff with some other characters. And like I said, I'm really excited for Scorpion. I'm really excited for Smoke, and even trying out Rain. Rain is going to be a fun character to play. He just looks so crazy, man. So yeah, the lore, all that stuff. I'm definitely looking forward to getting back into that stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a great year for video games. And that comes out, Mortal Kombat 1 comes out, I want to say soon. I want to say September or August. It's coming out soon, just this year. So just be prepped for that. Anyway, I want to say September, but anyway, let's move on. And I want to talk a little bit about what's going on with these RPGs. Like, it's been a golden age. It's looking like it's going to be a golden age for RPGs as well. Like just the games this year, 2023 is like the best year in gaming that I can think of. And I can't remember the last year that it was just popping like this. I mean, every time you turn around, things are happening. Oh my God, guys. Wow. Okay. This is going to be, this is going to be an interesting podcast. I'm going to leave this in here. I'm going to leave all this in here for you guys, just to let you know what I go through as a podcaster. This is my daughter, Yuri, and she has a pacifier in her mouth, and I'm trying to record this, and stop. Okay, go get your cup. Go get your cup. She came in here at 1:00 in the morning, which I'm recording this now, and she wants some juice. Okay. So this is what I have to deal with. Usually she sleep, but like I said, there are some times where you just can't escape the monsters, the beasts. And that's just how it goes. Where's your cup? All right, guys, I'll be back. I'm going to go find her cup, and then I will resume this podcast. But I'm going to keep this in here just to let you guys know what's going on, okay? I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. I don't even remember what I was talking about, man, because my phone rings as well. I had texted a friend and about Division, and he ends up calling me back. He was in a raid. And yeah, man, that's why I record like at 3 in the morning, 3-ish in the morning. That's like the ideal time for me, because then I know everybody's deep in their sleep. There's no disturbances. There's nothing going on. And then I got my son in the back in the room right now who's on his Xbox and who doesn't understand how to keep it quiet. I may have to pause this or take another break and go tell him, turn the game off until I get done recording. That's usually what I do. I thought I'd be nice and let him kind of do it tonight, but it is what it is. It's just one of those nights again, guys. It happens to us all every blue moon. If you've been doing podcasts like I've been doing them, which is now over 300 plus, sometimes you're going to come across these type of things, because in your life's journey, wherever you end up moving, staying, wherever you're at, things change sometimes. And this is a temporary setup I have here now. And so I'm trying to get through it. I still got another year to go, and then we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. This is just going to suck for the editing portion of this podcast, for sure. It's going to suck tonight, but I'm going to get it done. What was I talking about prior? Okay, the RPGs. Okay, we're at the RPG spectrum, and the games have been dropping like gems. I was just having a conversation with my friend who called me, and we were talking about Baldur's Gate 3 and how that game just looks so good. The closer and closer it gets to release. And that's one of the games on this list. I'm going to start from the top, and I'm going to go with Remnant 2. Okay. Remnant from the Ashes. If you guys remember the first game, he was a big fan of that game. I'm not really a fan of that series right there. It's just not really my thing. There's just a lot going on with that. But hey, a lot of people loved it, and that's why they made it second one, because it did so well. So hope you guys enjoyed that one. But that's one game. Another one, of course, I'm just bringing it up again, Baldur's Gate 3. That game looks phenomenal, guys. The community on that game is ridiculous. That's all I can say. I mean, there's been betas, there's been a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of YouTubers that I follow that are really excited about this and the builds and just the places that they're going to be able to go with a lot of these different characters and stuff. And they say the story is going to be phenomenal as well. So looking forward to that. The only thing, caveat to that is, man, it comes out the same day for PlayStation players as Starfield. Okay, Starfield comes out September 6th. PC players get the game August 3rd. So they'll get a whole month to enjoy that Baldur's Gate situation over there. But PlayStation players like myself and whoever else, we're going to have to wait until September 6th, which comes out the same day as Starfield. And Starfield is really a big game I'm anticipate playing, and it's one that hours and hours are probably going to be sunk into. So trying to juggle that and Baldur's Gate is going to be kind of it's going to be very interesting. Okay. But we were having a conversation about that, and I was saying, I may have to wait for Baldur's Gate 3 until I put in some work into Starfield. But then he was like, well, why do that? He was like, because think about it like this. Starfield is single player. On our downtime, when our breaks from Baldur's Gate, we can just play and do our thing with Starfield, because Starfield is a game that you're not going to beat. Most of us aren't going to beat and rush through the story anytime soon. It's just a game you're just going to do your thing, and you're just going to live into that world and all of that. And you can do that whenever you want. And then we can make an appointment and set up times for Baldur's Gate, since you can play co-op and everything. So I said, oh yeah, I didn't think of it like that. That's definitely an actually good idea. So I guess Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be a day one for me. And that's going to be fun. That's definitely going to be fun. I'm looking forward to going down there and getting into that stuff, man. So yeah, Baldur's Gate is on their list for sure. Next game on the list is Atlas Fallen. It's another game I talked about, guys, before, from Deck 13. It's their next project. I love Deck 13, The Surge and The Surge 2. The Surge 2 being one of my favorite Souls-like games, period. Like, I love that fucking game. I beat it sometime back. I think it was like last summer. I want to say it was last summer on the PlayStation 4. And me and my son absolutely loved that game, man. Yeah, just loved it. And they're doing another project, and this is their project, Atlas Fallen, and it takes place in a desert type of a world, and it looks pretty good, man, but it doesn't look like a day one for me yet. I don't know enough about it. I haven't seen enough gameplay. And then there's just so many things happening. This one comes out, I want to say, in August. So there's a lot of stuff popping off in August, and the pocketbooks are too weak and flimsy right now to be getting all these games day one. So I'm not going to have time anyway. And it's a single player game, so it looks like I can put this on the shelf and pick it up at a later date on a sale when it's cheaper. And that's when I think I'll probably do it. Because like I said, I'm a big Deck 13 fan, and I definitely want to add this one to the library for sure. But yeah, that's another one there, guys. Action RPG type of experience. And the next game is Blasphemous 2. If you don't know about the Blasphemous series, it's an indie title, pixelated graphics, like 16-bit, but it's a Souls-like, and it's a Metroidvania type of game, okay? It's very, very dark, very, very gruesome. It's definitely rated mature for sure. And they're making a second game. And this is one that is definitely a game that you guys who are into the 16-bit retro style Metroidvanias should definitely look into. I'm a big fan of that series. I'm a big fan of that genre, if you want to call it that. And this is something else to add to the library. I think I have Blasphemous 1 on the Switch. And yeah, this one here will definitely probably go there as well eventually. And the games aren't that expensive. They're like $20-$30, and you can catch them on sales all the time. I think when I bought Blasphemous, I want to say it was like $12 or some shit like that on a sale that they had. So that you can catch these sales, guys. So unless you want to, get physical, there's definitely that route you can take as well. A lot of people like to do those for their favorite games, especially on the Switch. Sometimes they'll come out with a physical later, or some companies will actually just make them and make a limited run of them, which is limited run games. So it just depends, guys. You can get a lot of different things done. You have a lot of choices with Nintendo, and I'm talking about just Nintendo as a whole, the way they do a lot of their games, especially when a lot of other companies won't put out physical. They'll just do digital, So just something there for you. Definitely look out for that one. And here's another one that I've really been looking forward to, guys. It comes out at the end of August, and this is why I'm going to be strapped, because you have Baldur's Gate September 6th, and then right before that, you have Armored Core 6. Okay. This is one I'm really, really anticipating, guys, because I'm a big mech fan. I love mech games, mech animes, all of those type of things. And this one here is definitely just whetting my appetite, and I just can't wait to play this. It's a Dark Souls version of a mech universe, okay? And I'm here for it. I definitely am. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to see what it's about. I can't wait what they have in store with this game. But yes, that's coming out, I think, August 25th. So yeah, just so many things, man. So many things. It's just whatever whets your appetite and whatever you're interested in. But yeah, that one I can't wait to play. So my pockets are going to be quite, they're going to be very, very empty. Okay. Next game I want to talk about is Lies of P. Lies of P, I told you, I talked about this a little bit, last couple of weeks. There's a demo out. If you guys are curious, definitely check that demo out. It's a nice extensive demo as well. When I first got a hold of the demo, it looked like it was possibly just going to be a mediocre experience, to say the least. But then the way they set everything up, the game doesn't even get started until after the second boss. Okay, all the mechanics don't open up. All of those things don't even happen until after that. So definitely give that one a gander. That's going to be free on Game Pass as well. So there's a lot of shit to play. I want to say that Lies of P comes out, if it's not August, then I want to say September sometime. Don't get me lying. My dates are bad. I'm bad at dates, guys. I actually talked about this game and the release dates on another show, maybe the last show or the show before that. But definitely, it's going to be on Game Pass, so I don't have to worry about that. So that's a good one. Of course, we all know about Starfield. That's coming out September 6th, and that's on Game Pass as well. So those two games alone, right there on Game Pass, really good bargain, really good deal in itself. Okay, so that's definitely gonna be crazy. I'm gonna have to find some space on the Xbox because I don't know where I'm gonna put all this shit when this game comes out. And I'm talking about Starfield, where I'm gonna put it, because it's it's definitely gonna be taking up some space. So I got to get another hard drive for the Xbox, and so I can keep those Xbox One games on that and clear up some space for these next gen video games. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. That's my goal before that comes out. So yeah, pray for me, guys, please. All right. And then the last one I want to talk about is one that a lot of people may not even know or have forgotten about, or it gets confused with another game that came out back in like 2014. And I'm talking about Lords of the Fallen. Okay, the last game was called The Lords of the Fallen. This one is just Lords of the Fallen. And this one is coming out the end of October. I just say November because it's October 28th. But this one here, I think, is going to catch a lot of people off guard. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. And I can't wait. I'm here for that, because especially if you're into the Dark Souls stuff. If you're a Dark Souls player and you like that dark, gritty action RPG type of stuff, then this is what you're going to get with this game. It looks very good. That's all I can tell you. It looks extremely polished. It looks very good. Some of the abilities that I've seen already look amazing, and I cannot wait to dive into this game here. So this is definitely a day one for me as well. Lords of the Fallen. Definitely check that one out if you guys are curious about it. And when we get a little closer, you're going to hear more and more people start to talk about it, because there's so many things going on this year with these games. You get lost in the sauce. You get lost in all of this epicness with all these games dropping this year. So when that comes out, or when we get close, you'll be hearing me talk more about it. You'll probably be hearing or seeing a lot of it yourself. So that is the list. That is the RPG list right now. It's crazy. I know they're doing big things right now, and that's not even all of them, but these are the ones that I'm particularly interested in. I'm sorry, excuse me. And then there's some coming out, a couple for PC, but like I said, I'm not a PC player, so I don't really know about those titles as much. But anyway, that's that. And now I want to talk a little bit about the Anime Expo we had recently, and there were some games that were announced. And one of those games that got me excited, being a big fan of this anime, is Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, they have a game coming out, and they don't have a release date yet, but it's Bandai Namco. It's another arena fighter. A lot of people are tired of arena fighters, or they're not big fans of arena fighters, because Bandai Namco does a lot of arena fighters. Okay, they just do. The Naruto series, okay, Kimetsu no Yaiba, and now this. It's a lot, but I love them. I fucking love them. I love anime games, guys. If you've been a long time listener, you know that I collect them. I don't necessarily buy them day one. I always end up going back and getting them, when they're on sales and stuff like that. But I usually end up buying them all. Okay. And it just depends on what's going on. Like the Naruto game, we have another one coming out. They showed some new gameplay there. They showed some new character displays, and now every character has 2 jutsus, which is awesome. There's actually like 18 different changes, okay, from this game, from the last game. So to kind of put some people's minds at ease, if you're thinking that this is just a carbon copy or just like a DLC of Ninja Storm, okay, it does a lot of the same things that Ninja Storm does, but 18 different changes, including different moves and different rules to how the games are played, definitely says a lot. And they're definitely doing their best to make it new and fresh and bring that community back. And I think they're going to do it, because the gameplay looks awesome, man. The jutsus and all that shit looks crazy. Excuse me. But yeah, that's a lot going on right there, man. And then we got another game called Fate. What is this called? Fate Samurai. Fate Samurai Remnant. Okay. This one looks pretty fun to play. It's just an anime game. I don't know if this is based off an actual anime. I think it's their own story and they just made a game out of it, but it looks pretty fun, man. There's a lot of gameplay online. You can go check it out. It's definitely not a day one for me. It's definitely one of those games where, okay, this game's on sale, $20. Come pick it up. Boom. And I'm there. Okay. And that's how I do my anime games. I wait for them to drop, and they usually drop pretty quick. Like after 90 days, man, right when you start to forget about them, boom, their game's on sale. Oh, you remember that game? Oh, you remember this game? Cool. Black Friday, you go in there, clean up. There's lots of different times you can go, or one of my favorite places to shop, believe it or not, eBay. Go in there, and sometimes eBay, you can get them for way cheaper, way quicker. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. And that's how I get my games for the most part. So there you have it. All right, next, let's talk about an actual anime that I just talked about with the game, and I'm talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, they finally got season 2, and it's out. I haven't watched the first episode, but it's out right now, guys. If you're wondering, episode 2 I think comes out July 13th, and I'm waiting to dive in because these animes are so good that you almost punish yourself, or it feels like you're slowly torturing yourself when you watch these because you're waiting for that next episode. I love binging anime. I love finding a good one and being able to binge on it. I don't necessarily like finding an anime that's fire and then having to wait week by week. It's a slow burn. I don't know what else to explain. I'm so spoiled when Netflix first came out and everybody we got all of our shit at one time, and it kind of spoiled me, man, so I'm probably not going to be able to resist it. I'm not going to be able to wait for this anime, guys. I don't think, because season 2 is following the backstory of my favorite character in this series, and that is Gojo. Love me some Gojo. It's an awesome character, and we're going to be focused on him on season 2. So definitely looking forward to this one, guys. Especially episode 2 is when they're really supposed to just dive into that. So get ready, get your popcorn ready. I will probably watch that on the 13th, watch both of those. That's probably what I'll end up doing, and then discussing it with you guys. Okay. And that's where we're at right there. On my anime watch list right now, nothing. I haven't watched anything. You know why? Because these games have had me in a fucking headlock, guys. I've been playing WWE 2K23. I've been playing River City Girls. I've been playing Final Fantasy 16 and Street Fighter, and then Zelda. And then on top of that, there's another game in the mix that's came and wiped all of these off the table right now currently, because it's an online game, and it's a game that I used to love to death and I'm still loving now. And it's The Division 2, right? The Division 2. If you guys don't know what this game is, it's a third-person shooter and with RPG elements. You can create all kinds of different builds. The loot is crazy. It's a looter shooter, you want to call it that, where, say you like a certain build, say you want to do certain things, maybe you want to make a fire build. You can do that. You can go get the pieces that will make that fire stronger, make it last longer. You can pick up guns with different traits on it that will actually help that as well. You can get a gun which will, if you light somebody on fire, the gun will actually do 20% more damage. So you can kind of put these crazy builds together and just have a field day, going out there, killing people and getting these pieces and taking different pieces off of other weapons and items and moving them to the item you want, and getting those god rolls that you so desperately try to get in these type of games. And it's cool, especially if you have friends to play with. That's what makes it really fun. But if it's something that you want to do solo, you can actually do that. You can roam around in the free world and you can do missions and solo them. I had to do that last night, and I'll probably be doing that again tonight because my sleeping, I'm up all night, and one of my boys I play with, he rises up in the morning. So we have like a brief time in the morning where we play together. And then, he goes and does his thing, and then I go to sleep. So it's kind of crazy. I met a couple of dudes last night on there, who added me. So, the community is there. It's always been there. And if you can get some decent people together, you can create something special out here and get the stuff you're trying to get. So I have some things that I'm really looking forward to getting. There's a build I'm trying to put together now. It's called an Oxy build. And yeah, I'm working on it, man. I'm trying to get this chest piece. I've been trying really hard last couple of days. Really, yesterday I tried so hard, and I still haven't gotten the piece that I want. But I'm going to go farm tonight and, a couple other days. And then I'm going to get Final Fantasy done. I think I'm going to get it done this week. I want to play that in spurts. So when I go, next time I touch Final Fantasy, I'm going in for an extended time, like frame. I'm going in for like 4 or 5 hours straight, okay? And that's what I'm going to do with Final Fantasy. So I'm not going to play with Final Fantasy like that. You know what I mean? So that's that. So that's pretty much what I'm probably playing this week. The Division 2 and Final Fantasy. I may play a little wrestling with my son or whatever. We can play that because we were playing that a lot. We had some great moments. I got some footage, guys, that's going to be on the channel Random Gameplay Pimpin' on YouTube. So check it out soon. I'll say in a week or so, week or two, be looking out for that stuff. So yeah, I'm recording a lot of shit. So a lot of content coming. I haven't been able to put anything up recently because of all these games having me in a headlock, but that's coming back. I'm going to start editing videos again this week, try to find some time for it. And then by next week, hopefully I hit a stride and I'm editing more. Okay. Because that's time consuming and it takes time too. But yeah, I'm going to be doing all this stuff. So definitely keep an eye out. If you don't have the Division, check it out. Or if you had the Division and you just hadn't thought about playing it again, put that baby back in there, man. And the only thing I will warn you about, it is a fucking huge game, okay? It is 115 gigs. And then I had to download a fucking, I think 70 gig update or some shit. It was crazy. So like, man, it's taking up my whole fucking external hard drive. For real, like, man, almost 200 fucking gigs, man, like 185 or something like that. It's a huge fucking game. So just get ready for that. But I will say it is worth it. If you plan on playing a lot, don't download it if you're just going to fuck around here and there, a couple times a week or something. You want to play this and you want to get out there and get some shit done and make some things happen and get a couple friends or maybe meet some new people. So, but it's a great game. It's a fun time and all of that. And I think you guys would enjoy it, man, straight up. So, with that being said, that's going to do it for the show. I want to apologize in advance about all the interruptions. It just happens. I just want to leave this stuff in here so you guys understand that what goes on and some of the stuff I have to edit out. And that's not including the stuff I have to edit out on a regular basis. So you get all this stuff going on and that's where we're at. So I want to leave that with you guys and definitely support me. All my OGs, thank you for supporting me. If you bought merch, thank you guys. Definitely support the YouTube channels. If you're a Dragon Ball fan like me, definitely check out DragonBallDrip.com and get some merch there. Also support the Dragon Ball TikTok. We got that popping off right now. To check out the Random Gameplay Pimpin' on TikTok and YouTube, and then check out Just Your Average Fighter as well on YouTube and TikTok. So I just got a lot of stuff I'm trying to do, and just real busy, man, doing a lot of these things. So with that being said, I'm going to bow out gracefully, guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week. If you're new to the show, we do this every Monday, same bat time, same bat channel. Check us out. I'm here. All my listeners, all my OG listeners, I love you much. And I'm out. This is your boy, Studio MacGyver, and you have been listening to Random Gameplay Pimpin'. See you next time.